got my back? Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got that swerve? I got that swerve.
Yeah. Don't panic. The Knicks are 2-0 in the NBA Finals. Going back to the crib, bro. Oh my goodness. Before we kick things off, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share for all your favorite Break the Huddle content we got coming your way. Let's get into it. I cannot believe what's going on. I cannot believe that game. It was absolutely crazy. The Knicks took out the Spurs in a nail biter, 105-104. That game just put the nail in the coffin to me. I was already calling a sweep, but this game two, and gotta have it by the Spurs, because you don't want to go down 2-0 and then now you got to go into the Lions Den and MSG. I'm not even prepared for what I'm about to see in the Garden. I'm not prepared for what I'm about to see in Manhattan. I'm not. It already feels unreal in this city. And the Knicks going up 3-0, that's going to be something I never seen. That's why I got to be outside. I do got to be outside. But we got to get into a lot. And my Knicks. Ooh. Look, throughout this game, I was never worried. And in that first half, the Knicks, all they did was what? They stayed attached until they were able to creep and take a lead. And then they came out in the third quarter and they handled business in that third quarter. It was an all-around great performance from everybody. I feel like everybody had a little bit of something. Everybody contributed. Everybody had good moments. But in the end, I really think the focus needs to be put on this Cat versus Victor Wembanyama showdown. We're 2 games in, and if you have to question who's the best big in this series, I think we all can agree that it's been Karl-Anthony Towns. And I'm talking with defense first. Something that he's not been known for throughout his career. Something that he was getting called soft out in Minnesota, but he's come to New York. He's dealt with foul troubles his first year. He dealt with foul troubles early in this season. And in this new year, in 2026, he kind of changed that around. He turned it around, and he really became phenomenal on defense. He upped his defense, he upped his effort, and he's sliding his feet. The problem with Victor Wembanyama is having is that Karl-Anthony Towns matches his athleticism. Karl-Anthony Towns can also shot make like Victor Wembanyama. He's faster than Victor Wembanyama. And he's having a hard time making moves, making quick decisions. And because he's there, it's speeding his clock up, because now instead of dribbling, he's passing too early. You've seen him create easy turnovers just off of the pressure that Karl-Anthony Towns is putting onto him. But yeah, man, but we got to ask the question, is Cat proving that he is the best big? Because he just put down 21-13, while in these 2 games, he's made Victor Wembanyama look mortal, absolutely mortal. And I'm talking early buckets. He had 14 early in the first half, while Victor was still stuck on 4. He's been inserting himself. He's taken his aggression to a whole nother level. Like, Cat is out there talking his shit. He's popping it. He's literally popping it. He's out there telling people, yo, this dude cannot fuck with me. And I think even though Victor battled back in that second half, he's feeling these Cat buckets. He's feeling them, man. He's feeling them. And every move he makes, Cat got bricks in his back pocket. He not moving. And so does Mitchell Robinson. I think Victor Wembanyama is gonna. It's still early in his career. Of course, he's going to put on some size, get some strength, but that is one of his most glaring deficiencies. Like his unwillingness to post up, his unwillingness to insert himself into the paint. We're not seeing a lot of those. We're not seeing a lot of those easy lobs in the paint. We're not seeing those paint touches that we've seen throughout the playoffs that these guards were able to get into the middle of the defense and help Victor Wembanyama get some easy buckets. Karl-Anthony Towns is making Victor work for all of these buckets. And I think that's been the difference maker in this game. He still dropped 29, but in the end, when we look at the performance that Cat is putting onto him, if it was anybody else, Victor Wembanyama would probably score 40. Victor Wembanyama would probably score an easy 40. But just off the sheer fact that Karl-Anthony Towns is making him work for 4 quarters, this is the result that we're getting, man. This is it. And these Knicks, man, all they do is just stay resilient. If there was a word to categorize this entire playoff run, you could call it resilience, and you could call it dominance, and you could call it focus. In the games where they have these big leads, I'll call that focus. In the games where things start to feel tight at different points in the game, whenever it starts to feel tight, we'll put that on resilience. And here we are, down 12 on the road in the finals, and they flipped the script in a matter of seconds in the second quarter. We need to retire the idea that this was a easy playoff run, that they just cakewalk through the East. Well, now here we are up 2-0. Are we cakewalking through the West? Like, at what point do the New York Knicks earn the people's respect? It is actually hard to play this well. Not a single offense in NBA history has outplayed the New York Knicks in this run. This is the best playoff run in NBA history. Up 2-0 in the finals against a team they were not even favored against. We got to stop this. This isn't just a good team. It's a battle-tested squad year after year with they've dealt with injuries, some unlucky bounces, and now for third time's the charm, they get a crack at it. They're in the finals. And when they're going back to New York 3 and 4, we ain't going back to San Antonio. We ain't coming back to San Antonio. Fuck around and find out. It would be ludicrous if we went back to San Antonio at this point. It would be ludicrous. If their spirit isn't broken yet, the noise from that first Jalen Brunson 3 in Game 3, that'll do it. That'll crack the Spurs' spirit. And while the Knicks are on this historic streak, what does that say about their championship DNA? Because some guys have extensive playoff experience, and some guys been to a finals. This team has a unique blend of experience. Not everybody's been to the finals, but a unique blend of extensive playoff experience. And if the Knicks continue this all the way to hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy, we gotta begin to wonder if this is the start to an actual dynasty. Because all these guys are young, and they did it all on the backs of Jalen Brunson's pay cut. You quite literally have to be selfless to get to this point. That's the only way the New York Knicks was ever going to be able to contend, enjoying the fruits of his labor so far. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. Shout out to him. The Spurs showed a lot of youth at times, especially with that late sequence. Wemby turns the ball over. He throws it up to Stephon Castle. Castle's not even looking because he's rushing. And throughout the game, that was a theme of Wemby making passes too early, not trying to own the game and own the moment. It kind of felt like he was running from the moment. All you had to do was dribble up the court, settle down, and then pass. Take your time. But he showed the youth there and led to a Brunson foul. Brunson goes to the line, splits a pair, and then we play clutch defense. Now that we're 2 games in, is it time to have some sort of uncomfortable conversations on who the finals MVP is, I actually think that it's a close race between Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns. They make their impacts at such different and critical times of these past two games. To even put the Knicks in position in game one when they're down 14, here comes Karl-Anthony Towns. He was part of that big run that even got the Knicks close and above to take the lead. But then late in the quarter, late in that fourth, Jalen Brunson becomes hero. He turns up, he wakes up, and the lights are just not too bright for JB. It's not too bright. But then Cat is quite literally putting on an outstanding defensive performance against the Spurs' best player. The dude they call Alien. Like, he's hitting his threes. He's rebounding the hell out of the ball. He's contesting shots. And most importantly, he's staying out of foul trouble. But then you got a game like game two where JB, he's not doing too much throughout the game, but then he comes alive late. He hits a big shot over Wemby, and he has 5 steals in the game. And just like Cat, Jalen Brunson is also playing great defense too. Jalen Brunson had 5 steals today. The first in game one, the Spurs were 1 for 14 with Jalen Brunson as the primary defender. These two individuals, they're going to have to play their hearts out in game 3 and 4 to settle who's going to be finals MVP. But I know a lot of people want to say Jalen Brunson, but I'm not ready to say it because I don't even think he's running away with finals MVP just yet. Because to me, I think the best player in this series for the Knicks is Karl-Anthony Towns. He's quite literally the difference maker. If it's not for Cat, Wemby would be treating us like Chet. He'll be treating us like Chet. But yeah, man, that's all I got. That's really all I got. The Knicks are going to win it all. The Knicks are going to win it all. I'm a little tired. It's late.
Got my back. Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got that swerve? I got that